about the types of sentence. Let's start the video. I hope you will enjoy it. As you know, sentence is of two parts. Sentence is of two parts. First one is subject, second one is predicate. Again I am telling about sentence is of two parts. First one is subject, second one is predicate. Then we will discuss about the types of sentence. First one is a simple sentence, second one is compound sentence, and third one is complex sentence. Please remember there are three types of sentences. Number one is a simple sentence, number two is a compound sentence, and number three is a complex sentence. Today we will discuss about the simple sentence. Now I will tell you what is simple sentence. Simple sentence means it is a sentence which has a single clause with a finite verb in it. A sentence which has a single clause with a finite verb is called a simple sentence. Again I am telling you, a sentence which has a single clause with a finite verb is called a simple sentence. There are different types of examples. Number one is birds fly, horses run, and girls dance. You just mark the underlined words or underlined verbs are called the finite verbs. They are fly, run, and dance. Now I will tell you about the finite verb. What is finite verb? Finite verb means that verb which has complete tense in it. That means which has complete meaning. It gives complete meaning to the sentence. It is called finite verb. Again I am telling you about the finite verb. Dear students, what is finite verb? Finite verb is that verb which brings complete meaning to the sentence. Then we will switch over the compound sentence. Compound sentence is that sentence which has two independent clauses and they are joined by a coordinator is called a compound sentence. Again I am telling about the students, the sentence which has two independent clauses and they are joined by a coordinator is called a compound sentence. There are various examples of compound sentences. Number one is Ramo appeared in the exam but failed. Second example is the children went to Puri and saw Lord Jagannath. Third example is Hari did not come to class because he was ill. Now I will explain you about the compound sentence and what is the coordinator. You see the first example, Ramo appeared in the exam but failed. Who appeared in the exam? Answer is Ram. Who failed the exam? Answer is Ram. Subject is same in both these clauses. There are two independent clauses. Ramo appeared in the exam, Ramo failed the exam. So in these two clauses, subject is same. Ram appeared in the exam and Ram failed the exam. But there is a coordinator like but. This particular coordinator joined the sentence, two sentences or two clauses. Then look at the board. Second example is the children went to Puri and saw Lord Jagannath. Who went to Puri? Children went to Puri. Who saw Lord Jagannath? The children saw Lord Jagannath. So there are two independent clauses. Children went to Puri. Children saw Lord Jagannath. Children went to Puri. Children saw Lord Jagannath. So in these two independent clauses, there is a coordinator like and this particular coordinator joined these two independent clauses. Then switch over the third example. Hari did not come to class because he was ill. In this example also there are two independent clauses. Who did not come to class? Hari did not come to class. Who was ill? Hari was ill. So in these two sentences, the subject is said. Hari, two independent clauses. There is a coordinator like because, and this particular coordinator because join these two independent clauses.
Start.
Dear students, there are various kinds of coordinators, just like and, but, yet. There are or, either or, neither nor, not only, but also. These are called correlated conjunctions. What do you mean by correlated conjunction? Correlated conjunction means in these two words either or, you will specify the different items of the activity, either Rama or Hari. I will tell you another example. Either Rama or Hari has done this mistake. Neither Gopal nor Hari has played this game. Neither Gopal nor Hari has played this game. Not only but also is also a kind of coordinator, and it is a part of coordinating conjunction. And in this compound sentence, you will simply know there are two independent clauses. They are joined by a coordinator. I have already told you about the coordinator. What do you mean by the coordinator? Coordinator means the conjunctions. They are the joining words. They join the two parts of sentences. They join the two independent clauses. Either Hari or Gopal has gone to the circus. Either Rama or Hari has played this game. So from these two examples, you can easily remember the correlated conjunctions. Then we will switch over the complex sentence. The sentence which has a main clause and more than one subordinate clause is a complex sentence. Again, I am telling you the students, the sentence which has a main clause and more than one subordinate clause is a complex sentence. First of all, I will explain you what is main clause and what is subordinate clause. Main clause is otherwise known as the principal clause. Main clause is otherwise known as principal clause. Subordinate clause is the dependent clause. What is dependent clause? The clause which always depends on the main clause is called dependent clause. Main clause is always main clause. Dependent clause means it always depends on the main clause, so that it is otherwise known as dependent clause. Dependent clause or subordinate clause, both are same. Students, in complex sentence there is a main clause and more than one subordinate clause. I have already told you that subordinate clause always depends on the main clause. Main clause is an independent clause and subordinate clause is a dependent clause. So there are different examples. You just see them. As the boxers advanced into ring, the people said they would not allow them to fight. As the boxers advanced into ring, the people said they would not allow them to fight. So in this example, the main clause is the people said, and there are two subordinate clauses. As the boxers advanced into ring, they would not allow them to fight. There are two subordinate clauses. Unlike this example, there are also other examples of complex sentence. Since it was dark, they could not see anything. The cat jumped on his lap while he was eating. Although she was considered smart, she failed all her exams.
Start.
From the above examples, you will be very clear about the main clause and the subordinate clause. So, I have already told you what is main clause and what is subordinate clause. Main clause is an independent clause. Subordinate clause is a dependent clause. Subordinate clause always depends on the main clause. So, from these above examples, you will be clear. You just see the underlined sentence. Underlined sentence. They could not see anything. It is main clause. Since it was dark, it is subordinate clause. So they could not see anything. It is main clause. Since it was dark, it is subordinate clause. This particular sentence depends on this sentence. And if the main clause is not there, the subordinate clause has no meaning at all. Subordinate clause always depends on the main clause. It always depends on the main clause. Similarly, another example is that the cat jumped on his lap while he was eating. You just see the cat jumped on his lap. This is underlined and it is main clause. While he was eating. While he was eating. While he was eating is subordinate clause. The cat jumped on his lap. It is main clause. This particular clause, while he was eating, it depends on the main clause. The cat jumped on its lap. Then another example is that although she was considered smart, she failed all her exam. You just see in this example, main subordinate clause is written first, main clause is written next. Although she was considered smart, she failed all her exam. Although she was considered smart, it is subordinate clause. She failed all her exams, it is main clause. So, from the above examples, it is clearly known that the subordinate clause always depends on the main clause. It has no meaning at all if there is no main clause. Subordinate clause always depends on the main clause or the principal clause. From the above discussion, I hope you are clear about the types of sentence. Now, I will discuss one more thing, that is subordinate clause.
Start.
Dear students, I have told you about the subordinate clauses. Subordinate clauses are the dependent clauses. Now I will tell you there are different types of subordinate clauses. They are known as noun clause, adverb clause and relative clause. Noun clause, adverb clause and relative. Thank you all for watching my video.